Hey there, Brian, and hello, everyone. This is an example of how you manifest things. I decided today, September 23rd, to do the tarot reading online. And I have Brian, and I won't say the last name just for privacy reasons, but I did his reading and at his request. And ironically, the card I got on the full moon is a card you got, Brian. The card is reach for the stars. And the mantra that you're going to use 3 times, you say it 3 times, and then write it out every day until you manifest what it is that you're asking and looking for. Now, in between, I might pause the video just to make clarifications, and then I'll restart the video. So you're going to repeat after me. It says, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. I am the creator of my own dreams and I achieve them with confidence. So this oracle card is pretty self-explanatory, and if you watch the other videos, you notice that today I pulled 2 cards and they add up 12 and 18, and they add up to this card, the 30. When I look at this for you, Brian, I am seeing, as we've spoken about before, that you just need to reach out and grab those things that you're asking for, that the ancestors, angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they are all there with you, and all you have to do is reach and grab them. You have the power to create your own dreams, and we've spoken about this before, that you definitely have the ability to interpret your own cards. But I'm grateful to help you. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be rivers flowing, mountains. So just know that all of that is going to be able to create all the things that I want you to see, which is the growth from the plants. And plants is the meaningful, like it signifies growth and beauty and newness. So that's what you focus on for that card. And then we had the Justice card that I pulled for you. And you'll see that up here you have what's the symbol for the Libra card. And then the other symbol is the Justice symbol in Hebrew. And the number of this card is 11. Ironically, today, September 22nd, is the Libra season. So there's no mistake about it. There's going to be people balancing the scales, people seeking justice and making sure that they do that. But for what I see in this card is that you have to balance the scales. The way you are going to do this is through opening your third eye. You need to go within. What you're going to be manifesting has to be just, it has to be equitable, it has to be honest and fair for all parties involved. And like I said, I don't really know the details of what's going on in your life personally at the moment. So just make sure that those decisions or the justice that you're seeking or manifesting will be something that is just, fair, equitable, and honest for everybody. All right. The second card is Faith. And the same thing, this guy has his eyes closed. This is the Taurus sign, and Tauruses are a little bit more stubborn. They're also grounded. They're the earth sign. Libra is not an earth sign. I gotta figure that one out. But Taurus is an earth sign, and the symbol right there is for faith in Hebrew. Definitely have faith that what you're asking for is going to be manifesting. So that's pretty simplistic. Your cards and overall themes definitely have to do with justice and fairness and having faith, knowing that you can. The next card is the Devil card. And if you notice in this card, there is a guy inside a joker or a page inside. Actually, that's the Fool. He is inside the bird cage. The symbols on here are for Capricorn, which is another earth sign. And this symbol right here is the Ayin, is how it's called in Hebrew. The pronunciation is Ayin. And that is a letter of one of the Hebrew alphabets. But just think of the sound. It says I in. So what you're seeking the answers to are within. And in order to tap into that, Spirit is saying that you need to like turn a YouTube channel or listen to something that will help you open the third eye. When you do that, it's gonna open up a whole nother you're gonna be able to see something from a different angle. You're gonna be able to see it from another angle or another perspective, where that's when you tap into that third eye knowledge and wisdom, that you're gonna be able to make a decision based on that, or be able to manifest it from a little different perspective. So maybe it's not how you want it to come out now before you dig deep. Once you open up that third eye and dig deep, you'll be able to have a better grasp about exactly what you want to manifest. And then at that point, you take it and you manifest it. So that's the manifestation card. Yeah, and you can see that it's kind of on here, it's a little faded and darker than the rest of the card, if I can get, yeah, and it's kind of coming from a darker place. So not that you're having darker thoughts, but then something is, it could be lightened up, and that's when he manifests it. You could see the sparkling of lightness coming through, almost as if you think of in the story in the Bible when they are talking about that he created light out of the dark. He meaning Christ the creator of the earth, the Most High God. And he says, and then there was light. That's the same way you're gonna do it. You're thinking it's one way, but then it's kind of like a little bit that the lightness onto the subject will help you make better decisions. So I'm gonna pause again and just see if I could find anything else that I need to tell you. So I think it's important to mention that in all the cards that I showed you so far, except the manifestation card, all the characters have their eyes closed. One is looking up, the other one is kind of looking up, gazing up, but not so far. The other one's looking down, and the other one's gazing up. So just make sure that you understand that healing the third eye, opening the third eye, or taking out the congestion in the third eye is vitally important to you. And and as far as this bird in the cage, or the fool in the cage, is that you want to make sure that you manifest, look first, study first, and then open your eyes that the door is right there, it's going to open for you. So in the conscious spirit cards, the number 30, reach for your dreams. It says that your dreams give direction and enthusiasm to your life. It is time to take action in moving towards them. If you have lost sight of them, now is the time to plant seeds of your dreams by taking actions daily and aligning your life with your dreams. So basically what I was saying in my previous video is that today I decided to start my YouTube channel, and this card came to me on the full moon. Like, that was the card that was pulled for me on the full moon. And so then I started to do things like aligning myself, including writing my affirmations. This affirmation: I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. I started writing that every day, and right away, 2 days later, I'm getting like the energy to do the tarot reading every day. So make sure you taking action to get to where you need to be. And even if it's small, like writing off an affirmation 3 times, I got the inspiration to start today, which is Libra. It's the new season. It's the new season. It's also like the full moon. The last one was Pisces, so it's the closing out of that season of my life. So I'm like pretty in tune, which I like, and I like that we are speaking today again on September 22nd. Okay, so this card is a gentle reminder that sometimes it takes a bit of courage and determination to break through the surface that seems to be holding you back. But that seemingly impenetrable surface is an illusion. Once your seed sees the light, it will grow and blossom into whatever your heart's desire. As long as you feed and nurture it daily, it is aligned with your highest good. It is never too late to plant the seeds of your dream. Always remember to encourage others to have faith in their own aspirations. So that's the one card. The Justice card is a major arcana, and the principle, it speaks of justice. It speaks of the principle of fairness, being too judgmental, fighting for disenfranchised or the disposed, and lack of bias. In this card, the fool searches for a moral compass of belief system about the nature of right and wrong that he can use in order to reach a conclusion and make judgments about things that happen in everyday life. In justice, the fool will use that belief system and the conclusions and judgments that flow from it in order to change the world around him and make a better place for its inhabitants. So it's your responsibility to do that. Like, you have to make certain changes so that the world is a better place. In other words, he will take the concept he learned in the faith card, which was your next card, in actuality, your next card being pulled, but it's really the card before, in the faith card, and put it into action. So whatever you have faith in, you're going to put it into action. In justice, the world is governed by beliefs and an underlying fairness. That fairness can be established by a deity or organizing intelligence, or it might be up to humankind to provide whatever fairness there is in the world. So to me, it seems like you're seeing a few injustices and you want to try to make things right. Either way, fairness, like I said before, equity and justice becomes the overriding principles for you by which we live our lives. Without this energy, life will be reduced to pure savagery. In many ways, this card represents the essence of what it means to be human. The image shows an armored woman who floats in the sky and who seems to be half machine. Rather than holding the scales in another deck than the tarot dream, she's actually in the scale. So she's not away from the scale, she actually is the scale. Her body is made of the scale. And as in other cards, devices or mechanisms signifies mental activity. So it's all in the mind. Thus, justice is seen as a rational intellectual force that sets aside its opposition to the intuitive or the instinctual. I'll pause for the airplane. In matters of fairness or law, it is rational side of our minds that must prevail if we wish to avoid biases in our judgments. Of course, if we take the concepts to the extreme, we have overall cold judgments that lack any human consideration. In a reading, this card may indicate that someone is being too judgmental. The woman is armored because often in life we must fight to be treated fairly, or to win fair treatment, or of this disenfranchised or disposed. That means like the people who we write off, like the homeless people and stuff like that. Participants in our systems of law must often fight to avoid being influenced by the powerful. She holds the two pans of the scale with complete equilibrium. The idea of justice is to be applied even-handedly. Although the idea is rarely achieved, it is still the ideal and a cause for hope. These striking features of this card is that the figure of justice is eyeless, meaning without your eyes. Traditionally, justice wears a blindfold to indicate that she applies the law without bias. The eyelessness of the Tarot of Dreams figure tells us that in this deck, the figure of justice is so committed to this concept that it has become a part of who she is, rather than a mere blindfold, which she can take on and off at will. So that's what judges do. They put their blindfolds on, they take them off, put them on, and that's not the issue with this situation you're dealing with. We know that this justice will judge us fairly and not be peeking out from beneath her blindfold to favor the rich or well-connected. It also reminds us that the figure illustrating archetypes concepts need to be perfectly physical specimens. Those who lack sight or hearing or who have other disabilities can serve as powerful representatives of the basic life energies, just as effective. In fact, this idea is in keeping with the whole point of the Justice card. And we talk about Lamed, meaning ox goad. The doctrine of justice will remain pure, or theoretically without the means for some kind of discipline. The ox goad is enforced in them. That was with the letter. I'm going to do part 2 because this is only going to give me a 15-minute video. So I'll do part 2 now.